Demi Moore, born November 11, 1962 in Roswell, New Mexico, USA, is one of Hollywood's icons with a career spanning nearly 4 decades. At 62 years old in 2025, she has experienced many ups and downs, from famous roles to traumatic personal events. The greatest sadness in Demi Moore's life, as she shared in her autobiography Inside Out, 2019, is probably the deep trauma from her unstable childhood and the loss of her closest relationships. Born Demetria Jean Guynes, Demi grew up in a dysfunctional family with an alcoholic mother, Virginia King, and a stepfather, Danny Guynes, whom she thought was her biological father, until discovering at age 13 that her biological father was Charles Harmon Sr., a man she never really knew. Her childhood was marked by poverty, domestic violence, and frequent moves, leaving her feeling deprived of love and security. One of the biggest shocks in Demi's life was the death of her stepfather, Danny Guynes, in 1980, when he committed suicide by inhaling carbon monoxide in his car. Although their relationship was not always smooth, Danny's death left her with a huge void and a sense of guilt for not being able to prevent the tragedy. "I spent years wondering what else I could have done to save him," she wrote in Inside Out. "It was the first time I felt death so close." This sadness was amplified when her mother, Virginia, continued to drink heavily and died of lung cancer in 1998 after years of battling illness and addiction. Demi had to take her to rehab several times, and each time she saw her mother decline, she felt helpless and hurt. In addition to family losses, Demi Moore's greatest sadness also comes from events in her career and personal life. After the height of her fame in the 1990s, she faced a serious breakdown in the early 2000s, when her marriage to Ashton Kutcher fell apart, and she fell into a mental crisis. In 2012, she was hospitalized after a seizure caused by stimulant abuse at a party, an event that was thoroughly exploited by the press and made her the focus of criticism. In an interview with Harper's Bazaar in 2019, she admitted, "I lost myself during those years. I felt like the whole world was laughing at me." That sadness was not only a personal failure, but also a feeling of being abandoned by the people she once trusted the most, including her husband and friends. Finally, another pain that Demi carried with her throughout her life was the feeling of not being loved fully. From her childhood abandoned by her father to her broken marriages, she has always longed for a stable home, but never really achieved it. Her greatest sadness, therefore, is a combination of past wounds, irreparable losses, and the pressure of Hollywood glamour, all of which have shaped the strong but also vulnerable person she is today. Demi Moore's career has been an impressive journey, but it has also been a dark one. She began her acting career in the early 1980s as an ambitious 18-year-old. After dropping out of high school and signing with Elite Modeling Agency, she quickly turned to acting, landing a small role in Choices, 1981. Her first notable role was on General Hospital, 1982 to 1984, a television series where she played Jackie Templeton, a young and energetic journalist. However, her real breakthrough came when she joined the Brat Pack, Hollywood's famous group of young actors, in St. Elmo's Fire, 1985. The film not only catapulted her to fame, but also established her as one of the most promising talents of the 1980s. Demi's biggest career success came in the 1990s when she became Hollywood's highest-paid actress. Her role as Molly Jensen in Ghost, 1990, opposite Patrick Swayze and Whoopi Goldberg, was a box office hit, grossing over $505 million worldwide and earning her a Golden Globe nomination. This was followed by A Few Good Men, 1992, with Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson, a military drama that cemented her place in the industry. In 1993, she caused controversy, but also made a splash with Indecent Proposal, opposite Robert Redford and Woody Harrelson, in which her character agrees to sleep with a millionaire in exchange for $1 million. The pinnacle of fame came with Striptease, 1996, when she received a record salary of $12.5 million USD, becoming a symbol of boldness and female power in Hollywood. However, Demi's career was not always smooth sailing. After great successes, she faced the disastrous failure of The Scarlet Letter, 1995, a film adapted from the novel by Nathaniel Hawthorne that was heavily criticized by critics and only earned $10 million against a budget of $46 million. Next was G.I. Jane, 1997, a film in which she put a lot of effort into playing a strong female soldier with a shaved head. Although highly appreciated for her acting, the film failed in revenue and was criticized for its unconvincing plot. These consecutive failures caused her to be frozen in Hollywood throughout the late 1990s and early 2000s, when producers were no longer interested in her name. Demi's efforts to revive her career are a testament to her resilience, but they also brought her to tears. To prepare for G.I. Jane, she underwent grueling physical training, including training with real SEALs, to the point where she cried from exhaustion during a workout. In her autobiography, she said, "I pushed my body to the limit, and there were days when I just wanted to give up. But I cried not because of the pain, but because I knew I had something to prove." After her setback, she returned with a supporting role in Charlie's Angels, Full Throttle, 2003, but her villainous role was not well received by audiences. Her biggest downfall came in 2011 to 2012, when she fell into a personal crisis following her divorce from Ashton Kutcher. She largely gave up acting throughout the 2010s, appearing only sporadically in films such as Rough Night, 2017, and Corporate Animals, 2019. Demi Moore's dramatic comeback began with The Substance, 2024, a horror film directed by Coralie Fargeet, in which she played Elizabeth Sparkle, an actress obsessed with youth. The role received critical acclaim at the 2024 Cannes Film Festival, marking a rebirth for her career. To prepare for the role, she faced challenging nude scenes and heavy psychological sequences, which left her crying in the studio, feeling hurt, but also proud when she finished. Demi's career has been a series of highs and lows, with her tears silently reflecting her relentless perseverance. Demi Moore has never been satisfied with just being a star. She has always set her sights higher to prove her worth in the film industry. One of her biggest achievements is to be recognized as a serious actress, beyond the sex symbol image that the press has labeled her after Striptease and Indecent Proposal. Her role in The Substance is a testament to that ambition, as she wants to prove that at 62 she can still take on complex and deep roles. In an interview with Variety at Cannes 2024, she said, "I want people to see me as an artist, not just a face on the screen." In addition, Demi always tries to leave a legacy for women in Hollywood. In the 1990s, she broke the salary barrier when she became the first actress to earn $12.5 million, paving the way for other female stars like Julia Roberts and Sandra Bullock to demand their fair share. She also wants to be remembered as a pioneer in bringing strong female characters to the screen, from playing soldiers in G.I. Jane to playing resilient mothers in real life. Another achievement she aspires to is winning a major award like an Oscar or Golden Globe for acting, something she has never achieved despite being nominated. Demi has also worked hard to build a film production career. She co-produced Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery, 1997, and its sequels, proving her business acumen outside of acting. In the 2000s and 20s, she focused on supporting independent film projects, hoping to give young directors a chance to shine. Ultimately, She wants to inspire others who have failed, as she overcame her personal crisis to come back with the substance. These achievements are not only about titles, but also about how she asserted herself in the face of doubt and criticism. Demi Moore has gone through 3 tumultuous marriages, each of which left her deeply saddened. Her first marriage to Freddie Moore, a rock musician, lasted from 1981 to 1985. They met when Demi was 17, and she took his last name as her stage name. However, this marriage fell apart due to differences in life goals and instability from Demi's youth. In Inside Out, she admitted that she married too young and was not ready for the responsibility, leaving her saddened by her first failure in love. Her second marriage to Bruce Willis, from 1987 to 2000, was her most famous relationship. They met at the premiere of Stakeout in 1987 and quickly became Hollywood's power couple. The marriage produced 3 daughters, Rumor, Scout, and Tallulah, but ended in heartbreak when they separated in 1998 and divorced in 2000. While there were no major public feuds, Demi revealed in her autobiography that she felt hurt by not being able to keep her family together. "I dreamed of a forever home, and it fell apart," she wrote. The pain continued as she and Bruce learned to be friends after the divorce to co-parent their children. Demi's third marriage to Ashton Kutcher, from 2005 to 2013, was the source of the most heartache in her love life. They met in 2003, when Ashton was 25 and Demi was 40, and married after 2 years of dating. Initially, the relationship was passionate and hopeful, with Demi eager to build a new family. However, the marriage fell apart when Ashton was accused of infidelity in 2011, a scandal that was widely reported by the press. Demi also suffered the pain of losing a fetus at 6 MEE,